And just to remind you, the Goon Squad was not an internal name for this gang. Everyone knew they were the Goon Squad. They had identifying names. When we interviewed the victims, it was very clear. Everyone knew exactly who they were. This is common knowledge in that local community.
Wow.
And I decided to shoot one of them in the face after torturing them all night. Go to the hospital. The victim is in the hospital with an armed police officer at his door the entire time. He's terrified to say anything about what happened to him. All right, so former inmates, former incarcerated individuals, and a former deputy that Bailey, the sheriff, had for years supplemented his family, armed workforce with trusted tax, cater, purchase equipment, and resources to tend to his property. And squad Christian was a major source in Mississippi's today's report. Dedman corroborated some former inmates at the Rankin County Jail that they had been working on a poultry farm. So Bailey's there it is. That's the point of leverage. Why would a sheriff allow such a lie?
This is it.
Want to explain that?
To exist inside of this sheriff's office. Well, it's because, well, the leverage of corrupt individuals and criminality, they are all benefiting somehow from a criminal. Thus, sense now why this sheriff covered all of this up. But the sheriff didn't have their back. At first he did, and then the evidence was overwhelming, and he threw them under the bus with a press conference. So this is one of the Goon Squad members under us, no honor amongst thieves. So, what is for Mississippi
The tax paid in full.
former Rankin County Sheriff deputies and 20 former inmates known as trustees during his 6-month investigation. The inmates said they were not named because they feared retribution. Now the Goon Squad gone. Bailey is powerless. What are they afraid of? Well, the culture. The culture is still there. They didn't get rid of all the bad apples. They said that they did, in fact, work on the farm. We're not, the report is also reviewed house-based county financial documents, as well as text messages that had been sent we're working on dance hall. There's more. Dedman also told Zebra a skid steer with accessories valued at about 150 grand. Purchased by the sheriff's department was also used. And he alleged the sheriff stole gravel from the facility.
Gotcha.
I did everything for him, Dedman said to Bailey. Everything else. I know now I was just a tool to be used during a certain time. He said, Bailey attacked the report, calling it a poorly researched report of fiction. He deferred all other questions to his attorney, Jason Dare. Oh, Dad. I mean, you just got literally you were manipulated by the sheriff.
Incoming subject.
That's how he's a politician. Listen, you were cool with it as long as he gave you protection to assault like that. So so glad you're doing what you're doing. Here's more information.
Son of a bitch.
It's unfortunate. Never know. Statement is regardless
Sitting in that corner.
private entity. Trust me, works. They are paid so payments earned by him according to statute. They're wrote. Despite being authorized by statute to keep 15% of all wages earned by trustees as an administrative fee, the Rankin County Sheriff's Department
Hostile sometimes.
sees beyond
Off that fuck.
to use or receive that additional money. Their statement of other accusations of investigation,
Watch out.
including an allegation that Bailey and others used a $97,000 construction vehicle in 2019 with department funds to clear land on his farm. Mississippi law prohibits the use of public money, property by elected officials for their own use.
Hostile.
Violations are punishable by up to 20 years in prison. The state's code of ethics of government prohibits public officials from using their positions to benefit businesses with which they or any relatives are associated.
Yeah, well, credit to you for interviewing those men. I do see it, but you can only imagine what it was like for them to discuss all of this, especially on such a public platform. But, this is why people are so unforgiving, not just of cops, but of all cops. There are cops out there who do their best to not terrorize the communities that they serve.
Here we go.
I know that there are cops out there who are genuinely trying to be good, but the argument is that there is no such thing as a good cop because there's evil in the department that needs to be rooted out from the very foundation. The reason why people say there is no such thing as a good cop is because supposed good cops are as ignorant of the rot within their police departments, or at worst, they're feigning ignorance of that rot, looking the other way and essentially letting it happen. They're not stopping it, they're not standing up to it. But speaking more about it's exactly like you said. It's the whole trap policing that it's rotten. It's so much more difficult to resolve than just addressing a few isolated incidents. By the way, if these isolated incidents keep happening, there are no isolated incidents consistently doing business with police departments. That said, ignoring or excusing really bad incidents like this one when they do just not a healthy overall goal, and unfortunately that's what we see so often happening. There is very little recognition for these so-called bad acts that really are, it seems to be everywhere.
Let it happen again.